Hi, everybody, and welcome to the show today. We've got a lot to talk about and a lot to get to it, so welcome to Ryan and Derek Question Everything.
Anyway, I got this, and I know Big Show rocked it out on WWE New York one time. Maybe. I remember that. So, first thing we're going to jump into today is the Nature Boy. And I will let you take it away, good sir.
Well, what can be said about Ric Flair that hasn't been said already? I honestly believe wherever the governor is, whenever Ric Flair passes away, it will be a day of mourning here. And it's MOUR, not morning, like the daytime, nighttime, but
Right.
a day of mourning in North Carolina because he is, come on, he's Ric Flair. He wasn't born here in North Carolina, but he claims he's from here. So a lot of wrestling fans, a lot of people in general are gonna be sad when Ric Flair finally does pass away, which I hope isn't anytime soon.
Exactly. So, I mean, now he's in his old prime age. He's not really slowed down any. He is on a couple commercials, and his latest skit was on Raw with interfering with his daughter's matches and Lacey Evans. And then it kind of did a little spinoff, and it went kind of gross because she said that she was pregnant, so she couldn't fight Charlotte, and then it just kind of went to the wayside. So I don't know what he's really doing right now behind the scenes. I just know he was doing a couple commercials.
I'm pretty sure he's on a Legends contract. I know he's a two-time WWE Hall of Famer as Ric Flair and as part of the Four Horsemen. I don't know if you have ever seen his 30 for 30, but man, you talk about very interesting piece of business.
Dude, the legend is a piece of business, and I can tell you that with a tear to my eye. I saw his 1983 interview, and it was apparently he had a broken neck, and he came out, and it surprised everybody, and he was carrying a golden baseball bat, and he just jumped up on the stage, and he was like, one of the most things he would always say, he was born with a silver spoon in his mouth. And then he would always, the people that he would always surround himself with would more than likely be the Andersons. Arn Anderson for one, and was it his brother that it was?
His brother, Ole Anderson.
Yeah. So, yeah, he just said his brother Ole and Arn Anderson. And then he would always talk about trying to he was being screwed over by a bunch of people. And the funniest part was whenever he lost his mind after Eric Bischoff, he tore up a couple $1,000 in the ring, and he was just he was like elbow dropping his clothes and everything. The dude was just hysterical.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then to top it off, he handcuffed himself to the ring. And it was just insane. Like, there's a lot of clips that I wish we could find, but it'll take a lot of digging to get to. Maybe we could do a Nature Boy Part 2 and our other segments later on down, and we can bring in some clips and stuff. That way we can let people know what we're talking about.
But to a degree, if you don't know who Ric Flair is or never heard of the name Ric Flair, where have you been? Seriously, for the past at least 30 plus years.
Right. Because the dude he is in rap videos, he is in Skittles commercials, he is even in an insurance commercial. And he is all over mainstream WWE. So you've got to know the legendary Woo!
Ric Flair, yes. Not only that, all yeah, like you said, we probably could do a part two because some of his like greatest matches, some of his most hilarious interviews. A couple that come to mind. One when he had his feud with Edge in WWE around 2005, 2006.
Yeah.
If the viewers, if you haven't seen it, go and check it out. Edge is dressed as Ric Flair, driving like an old Buick or whatever, and this guy cuts him off, and so they pull over to the side of the road. I guess I'm pretty sure it was blocked off, for the stunt. And Edge or Ric Flair, he starts chopping this guy and puts him in the figure four on the friggin' highway. One of the most hilarious segments I have ever seen. This guy's on. You have not seen that? Oh, you should definitely check it.
I will definitely have to because I do have Peacock. So, as of tomorrow, I will be in the year 2002 watching Raw on upwards.
Okay.
Because like I said in the first couple episodes, in the first episode, I went as far back as 94, and right now I'm at the tail end of 2001.
Right after the invasion storyline, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. 2002. Trying to think who he was at. 2002 is WrestleMania 18. He faced Undertaker at WrestleMania 18. So that's a pretty good match, too. I'm not going to spoil who wins it, obviously. But it's one of the better matches on the card, in my opinion.
And I watched the 1992 Royal Rumble, and the dude is just priceless. How he has his signature Flair flop. He just, nobody could understand that. It was like an insanely delayed reaction type thing, and he just flopped. But the whole entire Royal Rumble was, if they wrestled like that today, there'd be some people's eyes gouged out and everything, because that was rough.
Oh yeah.
I thought they didn't play around now, but the shit that I saw, good grief. They were clawing people's eyes, and he would do his signature eye rake, and just, it was, I don't know, it was crazy.
I think as far as that goes, the style, obviously that's 29 years old, at least.
Right.
The styles has definitely changed. The fans, I guess, they're not as patient as they were 29 years ago. You can look like any match, not just talking Ric Flair, but any match from the early 90s and how they're kind of a deliberate pace. Now it's about, the spots, brother, and everyone's got to get their spots. Everyone's got to get their shit in.
Yeah, it's because I did notice at that Royal Rumble, nobody had entrance. Not a single person had entrance music. Fast forward to the last Royal Rumble, everybody had damn entrance music. And it was all but ridiculous. It was cool, and it was shortened down. But, I don't know. It's like they had some chick that was in NXT in a tank, and she drove it down, and I was like, okay, this is, yeah. It's a good way to get exhausted before you actually get in the ring. And what was his number? Was he number 2, I think, for that one?
He was number 3.
Right. He was number 3.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
What were you? I don't know. What were you saying?
Yeah, the first 2 entrants for the 1992 were the British Bulldog, may he rest in peace, and the $1 Million Man, Yossi.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. I remember that. That's true. And then he was number 3, and then they kind of like really weren't doing anything as trying to put the 3 of them over if they were actually trying. And then it was just the look on his face was priceless whenever certain people came to the ring. Like you wouldn't know who it is until like they came out, because like I said, there was no entrance music. So you hear the buzzer and then you see this person running out.
And boy, I tell you, thank goodness, may they both rest in peace. Gorilla Monsoon and Bobby the Brain Heenan. At one stage of the match, I'm not gonna try not to ruin the whole match for everyone if you hadn't seen it yet, but not sure exactly what entrant it was, but Ric Flair had kind of ducked. The big boss man was coming to get Flair, and Flair ducked, and boss man fell over the rope. And so Bobby the Brain Heenan's like, yes, he's won. And Monsoon's like, no, there's still someone else coming. And you hear the countdown, and the camera's trained on Rick, and then like as soon as the buzzer hits, you hear Monsoon yell, Roddy, and then Roddy Piper's running down the ring. And if you're a wrestling historian, Piper and Flair had their matches in the 80s, and like you said, his face was like, oh my God. And then a few entrants later, when the Texas Tornado, Kerry Von Erich came in, that's what you're talking about, the Flair flop. The discus punch, Flair takes like 3 hits to the face, and Flair, he just walks and then boom, takes the Flair flop. Loved it.
And I loved hearing Gorilla Monsoon and Bobby the Brain Heenan's commentary. Bobby was like, I'm going to need a shirt. I've soaked through this one. Somebody go get me some water.
Yeah,
Flair,
give me some water. Yeah.
Sit down, Flair. Take it easy. And him and only one other person are in the ring. And I'm like, no. But that was a very memorable match. And so I did get the chance to see his Broken Skull session with Stone Cold Steve Austin. As cut up as he is, and as much as he has been screaming through his career, has all but ruined his voice. It's incredibly hard to understand, but dude still got it. He was talking about like how much he would spend, like his $25,000 outfits whenever he was on camera. He was like, yeah, I would go to these stores and buy these outfits. This is how much it did cost. And he was like, $5,000 Rolex. He was like, nothing was fake. I wanted to present what I actually was. And you really don't see that a whole lot now. It's just like they don't go out, and I don't think they do.
They probably don't, because Ric Flair, he was a while back he was broke because all that money he spent didn't save any of it. So that's probably a good thing that not a lot of talent these days live like that. And a quick little spin off of that, I was watching some of videos. I'm not trying to plug another show, but like Wrestlemania or What Culture or Cultaholic. I've seen where when Flair would buy a expensive suit, old Dusty Rhodes would buy an expensive suit. When Flair would buy old Dusty Rhodes would buy a new house.
Yeah.
Dusty always claimed that Ric Flair, he had a hard time because of Ric Flair, baby. How did he say the Dusty Rhodes was like? He was, I can't even think of how it's supposed to go, but it'll come to me later when we're not recording.
The only thing I can remember from Dusty Rhodes that would always come out of his mouth is, "If you will, I squeal."
Yeah.
Like, oh, dude, really? But that is another topic for another wrestler. We will perhaps delve into the that family, or just I think we could do it for them. So, is there anything else that you would like to talk about for the Nature Boy? Because we could go on and on and on and on and talk about this relentlessly. So.
Oh, honestly, we could, yeah. And if you don't believe how much of a impact he's had in maybe not just like real life or the wrestling business, if you have never heard, I'm talking to the viewers, not just you. If you've never heard of Jay Lethal in TNA, he did a great Ric Flair impression, and he also was Black Machismo, which was a spinoff of Randy Savage. Mm-hmm. So. I mean, heck, and even I think around the time, if you haven't come to it yet, Vince McMahon dresses up in one of Flair's robes and one of those ridiculous blonde wigs, and he starts strutting as Vince McMahon. You know how uncoordinated Vince McMahon is. Like I said, I don't know if you've got to that part of WWE yet, but that part was friggin' hilarious too.
Okay, yeah, no, I haven't seen it yet. Okay. And I don't even I'm not even going to talk about, we can do other segments on the Nature Boy. Because there is a lot to him. I mean, there are some wrestlers that there's not much to at all, but the Nature Boy, we can go on and on because he's been active for 30, almost 40 plus years.
Oh, yeah.
So I think right now, do you think would be a good time to end the segment on that and go to our next one?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay. So everything is done, written on the back of stuff. This is how I'm unorganized right now. This is only our third episode, so
then the production crew needs to give you a better budget and some new paper so you don't have to write on the back and stuff. They better get on their case real quick. Call corporate or something.
Yeah, I feel you. All right. Well, we will pick this back up with our next segment.
All right.
Oh, it is time for fun facts from Flores. Let's check it out.
Melon minority.
Okay, what did you say? Helen Keller?
Helen Keller was a racist, but she was also gay. That is true.
Oh, it's true.
Medicine mixed with baby cough syrup with some water and some it's powder, it'll catch fire. I learned that in science today. Penguins have knees. I don't know anymore.
And there you have it from For the Fun Purpose.
We're back. We're both back. We don't know what's going on. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're just going to get through this. If it sucks, it sucks. If not, then give me an award. That's why it's called Ruin a Song. I'm not a professional. You're not a professional. So we're going to leave this to the professionals. And if you see me looking off camera, it's because I wrote stuff down.
Okay.
So, Dora. And we're just going to dive right into it. Don't know what they're doing, JR. What's up with that? Sorry, I've been watching way too much damn wrestling lately. Anyway. Here we go. I'm getting dizzy. Have climbed highest fountains. Have run through these fields only to pee with you. Only to pee with you. I have jogged. I have crawled. I have scaled these shitty walls. These shitty walls. Only to be amused. But I still haven't found what I'm looking for. I still haven't found what I'm looking for. I've kissed honey tips, felt the healing in these fingers, burn like fire. Ouchies! Burning these tires. I shared a bed with Angel. I've held hand of a rebel. This bed was night, as cold as water. I still haven't found what I'm looking for. I still haven't found what I'm looking for. I'm rooting on you next.
Oh, jeez.
I believe in King Kong. Bend over toes. His powers bled into one. And I'm still ruining these clothes. Booze and change. And I carry the clothes. Oh, this is lame. Oh, this is lame. Still haven't found what I'm looking for. I forgot. I still haven't found what I'm looking for. Still haven't found what I'm looking for. Can you please help me find it? I lost my damn brain. Please haven't found it. what I'm looking for. I forgot what I was looking for. Oh, shit. Hello? I forgot what I'm looking for. Can you help me? I believe in King Kong and I think I ruined laundry. Hello? Okay. Turn it on and turn it off. Alright. Okay. So, that was me ruining U2's I still haven't found what I'm looking for, so. And
You did a very good job. I
thank
gotta give you
you.
that.
So, okay, so this segment, you will hear Heather, but you will not see her. So, we are doing fun facts from Heather or interesting facts, whatever.
Weird and crazy facts.
Weird and crazy facts.
Yes.
Can you hear her, Derek?
I'm here.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, take it away.
All right. So first fact, the Japanese city of Hanyu, I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, holds an annual office chair race in which participants must race their office chair around a 200-meter track for 2 hours to win a 90-kilogram bag of local rice.
For some damn rice?
Yes.
Yeah, I feel the same. What they grow rice there? What the what? We have to do this for 2 hours so we don't have to pay for rice. It's not worth it.
Do you get a break? Like,
Who knows?
what the heck? No, in your office chair that you've got to come in and sit in for the next day. And we're being worked to death and we get like a 30-minute lunch break. What the hell is this? Okay.
Are you ready for number 2?
Next.
So the green falling code in the Matrix is just loads of sushi recipes. Never saw that one coming.
Well.
Which I wonder if DX kind of stole that when they were doing their entrance videos in the late 90s. Or stole the concept. Makes you think.
Yeah.
Huh. I'm going to have to look that up and do Google Translate and see what kind of sushi they had. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So here's the third fact.
Brian May,
Okay.
an astrophysicist who collaborated with the team behind New Horizons, which is the first spacecraft to explore Pluto, is better known as the lead guitarist of Queen.
Love Queen. Did not know that.
So he became an astrophysicist.
Huh.
Okay.
There's a lot that can be said about Queen. Still love them. Astrophysicist.
Yeah.
I'm not going to pun about Freddie Mercury. I'm going to leave it there. Okay, go ahead with the next one.
Okay, so have you guys seen the movie Candyman?
I have.
I may have. I'm sorry.
All right, so the next one is about the movie Candyman.
Okay.
Real bees were used during the making of the 90s horror trilogy Candyman. Over the course of the 3 films, actor Tony Todd got stung 23 times. He was paid $1,000 per sting.
Damn. 23 times. $23,000 over the course of that movie to get stung. He was stung in the face.
Yeah, because they were on his face.
Hell, that. Jeez. we didn't go into anaphylactic shock or nothing like that, because that $23,000 would have been gone just like that.
Right.
I mean, those were some really good movies from back in their time. And I still love the dude's voice from scary movies from today. All right. Next fact.
All right. So, fifth and final fact. So the Grand Canyon National Park has a museum.
Okay.
So the museum at the Grand Canyon National Park had 3 buckets full of radioactive uranium ore on display for 18 years. They only realized it in 2018 when the son of one of the park's employees was messing around with a Geiger counter. They had no idea that they were displaying this.
What?
Yes. They
Wow.
just found.
So if you went to the Grand Canyon and you're not able to have kids afterwards, you might be entitled to a lawsuit. Call 1-800-Morgan & Morgan.
For the purple.
Morgan & Morgan for the purple.
Oh,
Okay, so why of all things would you want to take a Geiger counter to the Grand Canyon?
Radioactive rocks.
It's a canyon. Maybe we're uncultured people.
Look. If the employee was a scientist, maybe they had it in their stash and the kid was just playing with it. I mean, I don't know.
Okay,
That's interesting.
it is. All right, so I've got a few jokes. I'm not funny by any means necessary. So this is for you, okay? And thank you for your fantastic facts or weird facts from Heather. Anyway, here's a few jokes. A rancher counted 196 head of cattle when they were out on the range, but when he rounded them up, he had 200.
Okay. It take a second for me to get that.
As DDP would go, stupid. All right. Second joke. But why? The man exclaimed to the vet when she insisted she had to put his dog down. Because he was heavy, the vet explained.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Now, if this was like freaking Mark Wahlberg and oh God, what's his name? Will Ferrell. Yeah, like the dad jokes, try not to laugh. This, now see, I think that's something we could do too in the future.
Okay. This one. Okay. What do you get when you cross a joke with a rhetorical question?
I'm not sure.
I don't know. It wasn't answered. It was a rhetorical question.
All right, I got one for you. What's the difference between a hippo and a Zippo?
I don't know. What?
One's really heavy and the other is a little lighter. I got you.
So here's a fact, like a factoid. According to 2016 estimates from the CIA, residents of the 0.77 square mile principality of Monaco enjoy the longest life expectancy in the world at an average of 89.5 years.
Wow.
So you're going to take the CIA and when they should be doing other stuff, and they're going to go investigate Monaco and find out that a bunch of old people live there and they're almost 90 years old.
Yeah, I have my own thoughts about the CIA, but yeah, we'll keep that for another episode.
All right, so we will end on that note. And the show says we get asked questions and try and answer them, or we question everything.
Mm-hmm.
So, from one of our loyal viewers, it's a two-part question. It's kind of funny, but I'll have to explain it in a minute. This is from Scott from Minot, North Dakota. Sorry if you can't see me. I'm having to read this. And you can joke about it. So Scott from Minot, North Dakota wants to know, Ryan, have you perfected making popcorn in an oven as you have gotten older? Okay, Scott, thank you for that. I don't really cook hardly anymore, okay? That was a one-time thing. I swear to everything the damn bag said place in oven. It's my story. I'm sticking to it. I almost caught our apartment on fire because I put a bag of popcorn in the oven.
For how long?
2 minutes.
You don't sound very sure of yourself.
Well, I don't really know because I was kind of not paying attention. I was just wanting something sweet, so I put the bag in the oven, and I went back and I was playing a video game on the computer. I was also playing music and watching TV all at the same time. And I heard something go off, and I had to mute everything, and I still heard a sound. So my first thoughts was to run upstairs and disconnect the smoke detector. And then I sat back down and I was like, why did that go off for? And it didn't occur to me to, dummy, bag in the oven. So I ran through the oven, and there's this flaming bag of popcorn. I didn't think to grab any like oven mitts or anything. I just reached in and grabbed a flaming bag of popcorn and I threw it in the sink. And then my other thoughts were, oh crap, I gotta get this smoke out of the house. So I went upstairs again, opened my window. I opened his window, and I ran downstairs and I opened our front door and the windows, and I opened our back door and the windows. And I was about to go sit back down, and then I realized I have a flaming bag of popcorn in the sink. So I ran back and I put that out, and then frantically I was upset because I didn't have any damn sweet popcorn because we shopped at Dollar General back in the day. But anyway, I almost burnt down our apartment. He comes home from work and was like, why is everything open? And I have to tell him, and I'm like, the bag of popcorn caught on fire because I put it in the oven. So I was 19, maybe 20. I was 20, 21. So I still get asked about that. Damn it. And his second part question, we were stupid. So as you have gotten older, have your skills at dodging fireworks gotten slower?
Okay, I gotta hear this.
You don't come in here and eat dinner with the family, I'm gonna cry.
We're almost done.
Come on.
So
Gonna cry.
I've not really had a reason to dodge any fireworks because I don't play that. Homie, don't mess with mortar shells anymore. We used to buy the mortar shells and throw them at each other. And run whenever they landed because we didn't know where they were going to go. Yes, we were stupid.
Okay. I mean, I've done
So-
some crazy things too, but
My famous "I lost" quote comes from there. So thank you, Scott, from Minot, North Dakota. See you soon. He's probably getting back because of the elbow joke that I made, but we'll leave that alone. Do you have any questions, sir?
I actually have 3 questions. First one comes to us from unknown. Okay. Have either of you tried breast milk before?
I have not, but you were there.
Yeah.
I was there.
Okay, to answer that question, whoever didn't want to put their name, I inadvertently tried breast milk. I was over at Ron's house.
Yeah.
Happened. I don't know whose breast milk it was. I just happened to see like a cup with like milk in it. I'm like, oh, that's kind of odd. Just a random cup with a cup in the fridge. I was like, I go as soon as I go to drink it. Your mom was like, "What the hell are you doing? That's breast milk." That was some of the most disgusting stuff I've ever put in my mouth. I guess babies like that. That was effing horrible.
I will never forget that.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
And your laugh was how it was, 20 years ago at least? When that happened?
It was.
You laughed for about 10 minutes straight.
And there's just the look on your face. It was just like,
Okay, I have our next question is from Jennifer from New York. And it is, are there any weird stories you can share? Yes.
They're funny.
Yeah, we could probably go make a segment of that, but one that comes to mind was, don't know the year, don't really know the time. I just know it was dark, like almost pitch black, probably like 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night. We were walking from your house to my house, which probably was maybe a half or 3/4 a mile away from one another.
Yeah.
So we're walking down. It was like I guess it was like a bike path or a walking trail or something.
Yeah.
And we were just sitting there talking to one another, just about random stuff. And okay, I see your face. Yeah.
Yeah.
We hear something. I think it's a bird or a bat or something. It's getting closer. Unbeknownst to us, we didn't know it was a man on a bicycle. But do you want to tell the audience the reaction?
If you ever want to know what it sounds like to scare me, scare the actual literal piss out of me, that would have been it's because I think I screamed like a little girl and I was flailing my arms up in the air and I was about to run into him because I had like a confused fight or flight take place and a high-pitched voice. And I think he was scared because only thing I could remember was me going and running towards him.
Yeah.
So
I think a few what's the word I'm looking for? Swear words might have been uttered by us, but now that I think about it, why the hell did he not have his like bike light on? Who rides
he
down a
had
bike?
he had nothing on, nothing,
No
and it.
reflective, nothing. Yeah, a little bit weird.
Yeah.
Okay, we have one more question. It comes to. I'm gonna try and get. I'm gonna try and get it without laughing. Um, our next question comes to us from Ben Dover in Butte, Montana.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna pass out. Okay, bend over from bend over from Butte, Montana. Oh shit! We do not screen any that listens. I'm sorry.
Did you have any? Did you two have any classes together? Well, middle school that was a no because we attended two different middle schools.
Right. That were 3/4 of a mile from each other.
Yeah. We did have classes in high school.
In high school, we had, I think, 2. And it was our 11th grade year. And it was before you moved.
The one you're thinking of, Jim, was our sophomore year.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Because that's where we got the whole boys locker room got in trouble. Because we had that WWE fight and we were like had chairs and like trash can lids and like we're beating each other over the head and the
Yeah.
coaches had to come in and yeah.
Well, it not only was in the locker room, it carried outside too, into the gym. And it's whenever I stunned you and then you choke slammed me on the bleachers. And I remember us getting called to the office and they're like, "Are you two brothers?" And we're like, "No." And the only thing you could think of was he kicked me in the leg. And the teacher just looked at us like, "What? You two live together?" And I was like, "No, he just comes over a lot." Like, stupid. Like, no, he just comes over a lot and he didn't really choke slam me. I jumped up. And he was like, "Don't you lie to me, boy. I saw him pick you up and choke slam you." He's like, "That was some crazy shit the two of you were doing." And we're like, "I'm sorry." Yeah. And then we had our U.S. history together in 11th grade, and that was about it.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
briefly because I know my dad retired that year and we moved to North Carolina. So
Yeah. And I was still there, and I went to Clarksville, Tennessee school systems afterwards. Oh, God.
fun. So was that Northeast or Northwest you went to?
It was Northwest, and but what was cool is some of the people that I knew in middle school and high school didn't go very far because I eventually caught up with them later on.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't think we have any more questions and answers right now, but as always, feel free to write those in.
Yeah.
And yeah. Butte, Montana. Bend over. I'm sorry, Ben. That's a little.
I'm not Ben. You should put your whole name like Benjamin.
It's a little windy. Oh, okay. All right. Well, we're gonna wrap things up, and so right now, I think I checked the takeometer. We're at 15 subscribers, which is thank you all. And as always, the more, the better. Stay tuned for new content. I think we are going to, for editing's sake, we are going to be shooting every other week now, which we try to do the every week thing. It's a headache. It's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, different work schedules and just trying to get everyone all on the same page. It's not necessarily easy.
No, because we live 500 miles away from each other and work different work schedules. But we are not going away. We are just getting started. So, as I'm already late for dinner, so I will go ahead and wrap this up. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe. And I am Ryan.
And I'm Derek. Like he said, like and subscribe, and we'll see you soon.